Whoa.
Look at all that family history. My papa made this, the genealogy book. I'm in here.
Oh, that's gonna be
Just
useful.
saying. But all this stuff doesn't matter. What does matter is this. These bad boys, the police reports. This is where we start.
Our missing person, Harold Heaven.
Okay, start again.
Okay, so Harold Heaven, age 31, handsome gentleman.
His family would summer in Mildon, but then they would always go back to their home in Hamilton. But in the fall of 1934, Harold decides to stay up.
And what do we know about Harold?
Smart, you know, graduate of University of Toronto, but he did love nature, and I do feel that was a big part of the Heaven family.
I heard that he was, you know, a quiet guy, an outdoorsman, knowledgeable of the forest, and did his own hunting and things and fishing.
To discover all those lakes by horse and buggy, it just was a part of his being, and he wanted to be up there.
His love of the North led him into prospecting and mining. Early in 1934, he purchased 500 feet of frontage on Horseshoe Lake, which he intended to develop for cottage use.
Harold's land. He was buying land.
Quick question. Do you have a plan of attack for this board layout? You know we're getting red yarn involved soon.
For sure, no. I mean, it'll get crazy.
Okay. The timeline, Harold's timeline.
Right.
Thursday, October 25th at 2:30 p.m., Harold stops by his neighbor's farm, the McCrackens. Apparently he's complaining that he's hearing noises at night, and then when a neighbor comes up the driveway, it spooks Harold and he runs away. So we go to the next day, October 26th, the Friday, 5:30 p.m., Harold goes to visit his neighbor, Philip Taylor. Well, fun fact, Harold's in his older work clothes at this point.
Yes.
Is important. And Philip Taylor invites Harold inside. He says, nah, man, I'm headed to Walker's General Store.
But we know he doesn't go to Walker's.
Exactly. Police confirm Harold never made it to Walker's at all.
Right.
So that means Philip Taylor is the last person to see Harold Heaven.
Which brings us to Monday, October the 29th. His postmaster and neighbor, William Reynolds, discovers Harold's cabin abandoned at 9 a.m. What he finds there is a really interesting sight because Harold's door is wide open, his oil lamp had burnt out, and his keys are still in the lock on the inside of the door.
Do we don't have anything for like what's missing? It just feels so empty right now. It feels like if we can actually build it out, we'll make something really impressive.
Do you want shoes and a shirt on the wall?
No, so I want.
Well, then that's what's missing.
You know what we can do? We'll do one of those cool true crimey graphics, and it goes, "What was missing?" So here's what was missing from Harold's cabin: his black dress shoes, his blue suit, fawn sweater, fedora, and his .22 caliber rifle.
Does the suit thing feel weird to you? It feels weird to me. Like, who goes missing in a suit?
Dress shoes in the middle of winter with no coat, you're gonna get cold.
You're not walking far, I wouldn't think.
Exactly.
And we know that on Friday, when he was last seen by Philip Taylor, he was in his old work clothes, right? So we know from when he's last seen to when he goes missing, he has to go home at some point to change based on the clothes that he went missing in.
So we got to assume between Friday the 26th after 5:30 p.m. and before Monday morning at 9 a.m., Harold goes missing. It's like the mystery. It's like, what happened in between Friday and Monday? This is where it all went down, man.
The scene of the crime.
So if you're looking out here, the road's right there.
Yeah.
And then you cross the street, watch for cars. So this is Horseshoe Lake. The land that he bought, from what I understand, looped all around there, that little bend. And if you go over right there, my Uncle Paul's, Glenside, that's the cabin Harold was building that fall. Out of the family, it feels like you've taken an interest the most, right?
Well, I think that's partly because I'm in the house he was building, so I've got that connection that way. So there's a lot of history there with him as well.
Would you say you're obsessed with the case?
I'm not obsessed with the case, but I am interested. I find it fascinating. There's so many different angles. So yeah, it's fun.